Good morning, yarn lovers. Welcome to episode 13 of Yarning with Mimi. This is my podcast about knitting, crochet, and my love of yarn. My name is Sherry Ann, also known as Mimi, which is what my grandchildren call me, hence Yarning with Mimi. And see that picture right up there? There's a glare on it right now, but that does say Mimi, and it has a nice little saying on it. Anyways, I am coming to you from Harlingen, Texas. It's the southmost part of Texas, right next to the Mexican border, about 20 minutes away. The weather is lovely outside today. I think it's like 68 or 69. It's just very beautiful, super sunny, and nice enough to leave the back door open for the dogs to roam in and out as they want. If you are a returning viewer to my podcast, thank you very much for hanging out with me and coming back. If you are a new viewer, a very big welcome to you. I hope you like what you see, what you hear, and if so, please don't forget to give it a thumbs up and hit the subscribe button. There's a little bell next to the subscribe button. You hit that and you'll get notifications of all future podcasts. Okay, this is the part of the podcast where I give you an update on Mimi's Kind Knits. That is my small nonprofit organization. I do really, most of my knitting and crocheting are for charities, and this is where I send most everything I make to various different organizations. As of the last couple of weeks, it's been put a little bit on the back burner because I've been trying to crank out some Christmas knits. And my main project right now is working on hats for the school district. I did get a few done this past couple of weeks. Let me show them. Here is one. Could be a boy or girl, but looks good for a boy. And this one, this is made with some acrylic yarn that I got from Michael's. It's the, oh my goodness, I forget the name. Great big ball of yarn. Oh, I have some right here. It is the Craft Smart Never Enough yarn. And it is a large ball for only $5. It's the Michael's brand. And then this one is, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. This one also, I love this yarn from Hobby Lobby. So I have a few more of those hats ready for the school district. But once Christmas is over, I will start cranking those out again and sending a lot to the district for the children. Right now I'm working on middle school age children, but after that I'll get back to the elementary school age children. I can work on those a little quicker because they're a little smaller. Throat was getting a little dry. I am drinking Starbucks this morning. I took a trip out there earlier and treated my son to his pumpkin spice frappuccino and some, what is it, spicy chorizo sandwich or something like that. Anyways, I'm just plain. I get a plain pike, grande pike with cream, no sugar, and it's really very good. Okay, so let's jump into itchy nose, into finished objects. There are a few objects that I have finished, but I don't have them anymore because they've already been gifted out. My friend at work has a daughter that had her 11th birthday party, I think it was, or maybe it was her 10th. Anyways, her name is Amanda, and the theme for the party was panda, so it was Amanda Panda, and I crocheted her a panda hat. It turned out really cute with the black, it was white with the black eyes with a button for the eyeball. And some black little ears. So it turned out pretty cute. Then I also had a request for a hat for one of our residents. And so I did make that. It was also crocheted. and I put a little bit of bling on it, a sparkly button. It was red, like a red stone with white pearls around the button. And the hat pattern I got was from this book, Chemo Caps and Wraps. And this was the hat. So you can see the little flower there with the button on it. And here's another picture where you can see the spiral of the hat. It is actually called Spiral Cap. So that was a real big hit. Got a lot of compliments on that hat. I think I might make a bunch and try and sell them. Then I have another friend who has two little children, a baby boy who's less than a year old and a little girl who is 4. So I made hats for them, little kitty hats. The little boy's has a puppy pom-pom, and the little girl hat had a kitty pom-pom. So they turned out really cute also. Now, I do have some items still remaining. I made this skull beanie for my grandson. It's made with Hobby Lobby. I love this yarn, worsted weight yarn. It's just black with the white skulls, and the skulls go all the way around. So that's for my 11-year-old grandson. Then my granddaughter, she has a couple of 18-inch dolls. So I made her a little outfit for her doll. It's a little dress. Let me see if you can see that, with the little tie string going through the eyelets. And on the back it has 2 little heart buttons. Don't know if you can see those buttons very good. And it also has a little hat, so it's kind of really cute. And I got that pattern from Mary Maxim. It's called the Bright and Breezy Outfit, and this is the pattern from Mary Maxim. And it used Mary Maxim Prism yarn. It is a DK Sport Weight yarn. I don't really like the yarn. I mean, it's very beautiful when it works up, but the yarn it's not twisted. It's very loose and it splits so easy. Trying to do purl stitches was quite the challenge because I kept picking up from the next stitch. But anyways, it turned out nice. I'm very happy with it, and I think she'll be very pleased. Some more finished objects are, of course, hats. You know how much I like making hats. But I recently come across a podcast called Smells Like Yarn. That is Ross's podcast, and he makes tons of hats. He uses fingering weight yarn for many of his hats, and I really like the way they turned out. So I started doing the same. So here is one hat. And this is made with sock weight yarn. And this one is made with Patton's Croy socks. It is a super fine one. And this is wash and dry. Here is another one also with Patton's Croy sock. I really love the designs. And then I made 2 of these so far. This one is made with a Mary Maxim yarn that I got a while back, Match 100, and it doesn't have a colorway, it's just a number. So I was able to get 2 hats out of this ball of yarn. It's a 100-gram ball, but I think I have enough left to make even a 3rd hat. So I've been on a hat knitting kick. I'm thinking what I might want to try and do is make a bunch of those hats, and then also the spiral cap that I crocheted, and reopen my Etsy shop and try to sell. Of course, I'm always working on washcloths or dishcloths, whatever you want to call them. They're good for both uses. I made a lot of spa sets for Christmas gifts for coworkers, and so I was able to gift that out for them. Now, I'm not sure if I showed you this blanket before. This is it's crocheted with Mandela yarn, and that is going to be gifted out to a coworker or a nurse where I work. His wife is expecting a baby any day now, little boy, so I'm sure they have a lot of blues and browns. I'm just going to be different and give them a different color scheme. So it turned out really pretty, I think. Okay, so let's move on to works in progress. I have been working on some socks. I was kind of hoping to get them completed before Christmas, but I don't think so because I've had too many projects that I've been working on. But here's one sock. It is complete. It's just a plain vanilla sock with a 2x2 rib. I do the heel flap gusset for my heels. All I have to do is graft the toes, and then this one is finished. And I've already started the second one. So I just finished the cuff on the second one. So those will be done soon. And then last time I think I showed you the blanket that I was working on for my daughter, a king-size blanket. Let me see if I can stand up here and show you this. It's coming along, not quite finished yet. It's about 3/4 of the way done. I need to really work on it today and try and get it done because tomorrow I work. And but if I don't get it done by Christmas Day, she'll understand, and then I'm off a couple of days for Christmas and the day after, and I think the day after too. And so I'll finish it then for her if I don't get it finished. But those are the main things that I've been working on lately. Christmas knits, trying to get them ready for tomorrow so I can gift them all out. And that's it for my projects. So I recently started something new, which I adopted from another podcast, where you can submit questions and I will answer them. And so I call this part Ask Mimi. I did get a few questions from the last podcast. One question was from Jackie Lubeck. She inquired as to what washcloth pattern I use. I mainly do two, simply for quickness, because I donate a lot of dishcloths to various shelters across the country,